If you are an apparel founder thinking about Amazon, there is one number you need to understand before you model your economics. In a normal product category, return rates on Amazon sits somewhere between 1 and 4%. Reasonable, manageable, easy to factor in. In apparel, that number can hit 10% as well. That is not a rounding error. That is a completely different business model if you are not prepared for it. And the founders who get surprised by this are who build their margin model without accounting for it properly. They are usually the ones who conclude that Amazon does not work simply, when really the returns just ate the economics they never planned for. So let's talk about why it happens and more importantly, what actually controls it. Why apparel returns are high. The reason is very straightforward when you think about it. In your store, a customer tries a product on, they feel the fabric, they check the fit in a mirror, they know exactly what they are getting before they hand over you money. On Amazon, they are making a decision based on images, a size chart, and whatever previous buyers have written in the reviews. That is it. No tactile experience, no fitting room, no sales assistant telling them the cut runs small. So what happens? They guess. And when the guess is wrong, wrong size, wrong fit, fabric feels different from what they imagined, colors look different on screen, they return it. This is not a customer behavior problem, it is an informational gap problem. The customers didn't have enough to make a confident decision before buying, so they buy to try. And trying on Amazon means returning when it does not work. Here is why this matters so much financially. A 10% return rate does not just mean 10% of your revenue come back. It means 10% of units come back with fulfillment costs already spent, sometime in unsellable conditions with your seller metrics taking a hit if the return reason start pointing to product description issues. It compounds quickly if you ignore it. What actually controls it? There are three layers that serious apparel brands use to bring return rates down. None of them are complicated, but all of them require upfront investment. The first lever is the listing itself. We covered about this in last couple of videos, but specifically the images. In apparel, your image set needs to do the job a fitting room would do. That means showing the product on a real body, not just a flat lay, multiple angles, close up of fabric texture and stitching. If there is a size range, show the same product on different body types so customers can make a realistic comparison. The goal is very simple. Close the gap between what the customer imagines and what they actually receive. The smaller the gap, the lower your return rate. The second layer is sizing information. This is the most underinvested area in apparel listing. A generic size chart is not enough. Customer wants to know, does this run small? Is the fit relaxed or tailored? What is the actual chest measurement on the medium? The more specific your sizing information, the more confident the customer is before they buy. Confident customer returns less, obviously. The third and last layer is review management. Your early reviews will tell you exactly what is driving returns. Before the return rate become a serious problem, if three customers in a row mention the sizing runs large, that is not a feedback. That is a signal to update your listing immediately. Add a note, adjust the size guide, get ahead of it before it becomes a pattern. So here is the takeaway. A 10% return rate in apparel is not inevitable. It is what happens when the listing does not give customers enough to make a confident decision. The brands that control it well invest in the listings before launch, not after. Strong images, specific sizing information, and active review monitoring. That is it. If you are building your Amazon economics right now, factor in a realistic return rate from the start. Do not model for 2% and hope for the best. Know what is your number looks like at 6, 8, or 10%. And then build a listing that earns a lower number. That is how serious apparel brands approach this channel. Full series on evaluating Amazon properly for your apparel business is linked below. See you there.